what year did you start giving like hitting? And because I think like if you look at your Instagram, if I go back, you started a lot with hitting instruction. Correct?
I started the Coach Steinman platform during COVID because school, I was working remotely. I coached 3 high school sports at a time. Those weren't existent. I was just hanging out at home with my dad and my wife at the time. And like, I was like, all right, now we're starting to take the restraints off. I started doing some lessons outside at the park until the weather changed. And I got involved in a club organization that gave me access to more players. And I did more hitting until a couple people early on were like knocking a 9-year-old swing that I was working with. And I was like, I'm not happy that he's got great mechanics. I'm happy because he just hit 3 off the back of the cage, which is improvement from not being able to be balanced.
On social media, people were knocking.
Yes.
Really?
So I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm not engaging in confrontation. And then I kind of went the other way and I started to follow some people. Like Coach Cologne has been like, he probably doesn't know, but he's been like a role model for what he did. And there's a couple others that I've kind of followed suit with and saw what they were doing and kind of went in that avenue. And I've kind of just ingrained myself in learning more about infield play and teaching it and educating it. And that's kind of the avenue that I've gone.
Would you say with your instruction now, do you do more softball or baseball, or is it equal?
I do far more softball now.
Really?
Yeah, I saw a shift, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, a shift. I started working with 1 or 2 softball players, and then 1 or 2 became 3 or 4, and then 3 or 4 became 4 or 5. And I just found it a little easier with my personality to coach female athletes. Just I felt that they were a little more receptive to the instruction at those those preteen years, like the 10, 11, 12, 13, like boys at that age can be challenging where some of them feel like they have all of the answers. And I'm not an in your face, like this is how you have to do it. Like this is what I'm trying to create, or this is what we're trying to create. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what you think we can work on. And then we attack it from that avenue. And I didn't feel like the young male athlete had that same communication skill that a young female athlete had.
Yeah.
And then 1 became 2, and then you work with 1 good softball player, and then they go tell their friends about it, and then they go tell their friends about it, and then I kind of just rolled with it.
Oh, so kind of fell into it almost. Do you still do any hitting instruction or no?
I do.
You do?
I do. I wouldn't say I do much young hitting instruction. Like I'll work with teenagers and high school players and stuff like that where it's not as fundamental. I think that there's a lot far better hitting instructors that have more. I can break down the swing, but like to teach it from the ground up, I feel like I'm a little bit removed from it because I've kind of
you've been so focused on the
infield side of things. So like I can teach somebody how to hit, but it's more about like adjustments based on already having a general understanding of what we're trying to do.
Right.
Not that I can't do it. I just
right.
I don't have the interest as I do if it was a first time infielder.